How you guys doing? Welcome to day 5 of Precalculus. So today we're simplifying rational expressions. So in this section, this topic today, I'm going to be factoring. So if you're not good at factoring, go really try to master factoring. I have videos on day 2 and day 3 of how to factor. So make sure you know how to factor really well because you're going to need it. And it might sound might look kind of fast what I'm doing. So make sure. If you feel like you need to pause the video, try to pause the video. Okay, so if you actually might know how to do the problem, try to do it first before I do the problem. So pause the video if you have to, and maybe that will help you understand it better. So that's another thing. So let's just do the first one. X squared minus 1, x squared plus x minus 2. So we just need to simplify it. So we just factor. You have x minus 1, x plus 1, and this one is going to be x plus 2, x minus 1. Also, I'm saying what I'm writing, and I know my writing you can tell sometimes, so just bear with it. So there you go. So you notice the x minus 1 cancels because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to simplify. So you have x plus 1 and x plus 2. Also keep a note that I know some teachers don't do that, but you can't really say this is completely accurate. You gotta say that x cannot equal to 1. If x equals 1, this is not gonna work because 0 over 0 is undefined, right? So if x equals 1, so we don't want to avoid that 0 over 0, so we're gonna say that x equals 1. X cannot equal 1. Okay. So let's do the next one. So here you go. Why don't you try this one? See if you understand it. So we're just simplifying, so we're factoring. So this is the difference of 2 squares, x minus 2, x plus 2. This one is going to be practically the same thing, x plus 2, x minus 1. Right, so then what canceled? X plus 2 cancels, so you have x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 1, right? So this time x cannot equal negative 2, right? Okay, that's it. So why did I do that? X cannot equal negative 2 because canceling this, I am getting rid of this, but there's still a hole in the, I know it might not make sense to you what the hole is, but there's a hole at negative 2. So this is really not the very accurate graph to say that this is equal to this, but you could say this is equal to this as long as x is not equal to negative 2. So just to note that, okay? So we just simplified rational expression. What? Already finished? So, alright. So let's do the next topic. I forgot what I was going to cover today, but I usually make a list of what I'm covering today, but just that. So I'm just doing actually simplifying and then multiplying rational expressions. So I'm only talking about 2 things today. Multiplying rational expressions. So I'm doing that next. Multiplying rational expression. Multiplying rational expression. So let's do it. Oh yeah, multiplying and then we have to divide rational expression. Okay, so we're doing 2 things today. Simplify rational expression, multiply rational expression, and then divide rational expression. So now we're doing multiplying. So we're multiplying. So we have x squared plus 2x minus 3 x squared minus 25. Right. Oh no. Okay, copy that. It's better if I just bring it with me. X squared plus 8x plus 16 times 3x plus 12 and x minus 1. X minus 1. Okay. So what? we gotta simplify. So in order to simplify, we gotta factor. So x plus 3, x minus 1. This is just x plus 4, x plus 4. Right? This is times, I can factor out a 3, then you have x plus 4, x minus 1. Okay, so what cancels? The x minus 1 cancels, right? And x plus 4 cancels, so instead of me erasing it, I'm just going to do this. X plus 3 times 3 and x plus 4. Okay, so in order for this to be true, we got to exclude that x cannot equal 1 and x cannot equal negative 4. Okay? So we got to exclude that. Okay. Okay, now we're good. We're good. Alright, next one. So this one, see that try this one. Multiplying expression x squared minus 25, x squared minus 16 times x plus 4, x plus 5. So pause the video, try it out. So this means times. Okay, so we factor x minus 5, x plus 5. This one's also a difference of 2 squares, x minus 4, x plus 4. This is x plus 4, x plus 5. Cancel the x plus 5, cancel the x plus 4. You have x minus 5 left, and x minus 4. Right, so be careful. We took out x plus 4. That's going to be x cannot equal negative 4 and negative 5, right? Okay. All right. So you saw this. I have different compared to the other one. I had x equals negative 4, x equals what, negative 5. I could already write it that way. Instead, we can write it this way. It's the same thing. All right. So we just finished multiplying rational expression. What? All right. So let's do. We'll have more examples, but now we're just dividing. We're dividing. So we're just dividing now. So what you notice, that's why I went really quick to multiplying and dividing. That's really not the same thing. You've learned this before. So it's 9y minus 18 division 2y squared plus y minus 3y squared plus 5y minus 6. Okay, so it's the same thing as multiplying, but what do you guys remember when we divide, we can multiply by the reciprocal, right? So I'm just gonna flip this around and multiply. I'm only gonna show this one time. I'm probably gonna skip that step from now on after this. So we just factor, right? Pause the video after that. Try it out. So you just factor. This is a difference of square. This is 2x minus 3 squared if you like, or you can maybe factor out 2x minus 3. Maybe it's easier to see what's going on. And you have 2y here, and you have y here. It's going to be minus 3, minus 6. Yep, minus 6. Okay, minus 6 plus 3. Yes. So there you go. And this one is going to be y minus 2 plus 2, oops, plus 6. Y minus 1, 2y, and then you have y minus 2 plus 2 minus, no. Okay, plus 2 plus 3, no, minus 2. Minus 2 plus 3. Ay, caramba. Okay, let me think. Yeah. Okay, plus 3. Minus 1. Okay. There you go. Correct? Yep, alright. So there you go. Now we factored. Now we gotta simplify, right? Well, that's not fun. Look at this. Because I factored it wrong. This is plus 6 minus 3. Okay? Right? And sometimes, not always, but when something doesn't cancel, then you might have done something wrong. Like this right here. I did something wrong again, so let's do this. Yeah, like what? What happened? I got a different answer. Well, if you got a different answer, there's a good chance it's correct. Because I did it wrong. Alright, so you have 2x minus 3. So you can also cancel from there to here, and then we can go from up and down. So cross and up and down. In this case, I'm just going to cancel up and down here. Right? So I'm going to rewrite it as 2y. And the 2y plus 3 will cancel. Y plus 6 cancel. Y minus 1 cancel. Holy macro. So I'm actually going to do that. Boom, 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 boom. What? What did I just do? Okay. So it's equal to 1. Wow. Okay. So is that our answer? Yes, but we got to be careful. Okay. And we got to make sure that in this case it's not x, it's y. Y cannot equal 3 halves. This will make it 0. Y cannot equal negatives. Also what? Negative 6. And what else? Negative 3 halves and 1. So the answer is 1, but you gotta make sure we have to restrict that. Okay? It can only be 1 if these are true, but it cannot equal these numbers. Alright, there you go. Right. Okay, so let's do some practice problems. What? Okay. Practice problems. So let's do some practice problems now. So these are like a pre-test. So make sure you try to do it yourself. If you did something wrong, try to go back to that problem or go back to the entire video to understand what's going on and why you think you did it wrong. But it's just factoring. And it's like you've done this before, multiplying, dividing, simplifying. It's just factoring. It's really just factoring. That's really what the hardest part about the question is. So gotta know how to factor. Number 1, 12 x plus 2x minus 1. I wonder why they did that. They made it too obvious. Okay. See, they made it easier for you. Just got this from the book. Okay. So now we just factor, right? Pause the video if you want to try it out. Okay, we can simplify 4 and 12, so there's going to be what on the bottom? 3. And then factor out x minus 1, x plus 1. Then you have x plus 2, x minus 1. So the x minus 1 will cancel, right? So then you have x plus 1, x plus 2. So we know that x cannot equal 1, right? There you go. There you go. 2. X squared. Oh yeah, what am I doing? It's obviously not multiplying or dividing, we're just simplifying. And we are simplifying for all of them. By some cases we multiply, some cases we divide. In order for us to get the simplification of the problem. So where we're doing that, we're just basically simplifying. Simplifying. X squared minus x minus 2. And x squared minus 1. Okay, so you try it out. This could be a short day today, guys. So class will end early. Okay. So I might, maybe not, I might have to slow down because we're less than 15 minutes. So we just simplify. This one is going to be x minus 2, x plus 1. And this is going to be x minus 1, x plus 1. As you notice, x1 plus 1 cancel. You have x raised to x minus 1. And then x cannot equal negative 1. There you go. Voila. Okay, so we just simplified. So we have first one 2. We have 3 now. X squared minus x minus 12. So let's do this. So we gotta simplify this. So pause the video, try it out. So we just factor, you have x minus 3, x plus 4, oh, no, x plus 3, x minus 4, right? And this one is going to be x plus 2, x plus 3. What do you notice? The x plus 3 cancel, you have x minus 4, x plus 2, so x cannot equal negative 3, right? So let's do the next one. 4, 1 minus x squared, x cubed minus 1. This one's a little tricky, so we're gonna have to think about that one. Alright, so what? So many ways to tackle this, but let's just, okay, let's just do it. Just pretend we're just factoring like normal. Alright, so let's do that. On factors, this one is the cube, so x squared minus x plus 1. Right? As you notice, this and this actually is the same, but you just have to divide by a negative 1. If I take out a negative 1 here, it would be x minus 1. This is 1 plus x, then you have x minus 1, x squared plus x plus 1. But you notice this will cancel, so you just have, let me write it here so I have room. So I have negative 1 plus x over x squared plus x plus 1. And x cannot equal what? What do you guys think? 1, right? Okay, that's it. There you go. There you go. Okay, now I'm gonna erase it. Erase, 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 erase. Alright. Okay. Now the next one. 5. X squared plus 2x minus 3. X squared minus 2x minus 3. So 3 times x, 3 plus x. So this case we're simplifying, but now we're multiplying first. In this case it's a multiplication, but we're still simplifying. So we got a factor, the key is factoring. So we have factor, pause the video if you haven't tried it. So we have x plus 3, x minus 1, we have x minus 3, x plus 1. Then you have this one. I can actually factor out a negative, right? So you have x minus 3. Why did I do that? The reason why is you notice here and here, I can cancel them out, and here cancels, and you just have x minus 1 left, x plus 1. But you gotta be careful, it cannot be x minus 3, right? And it cannot be x minus 3, and x cannot equal 3. Okay, there we go. Yep, so this will cancel, right? Boom, 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 boom. You just have this, right? Oh yes, I forgot about the negative. The negative. There you go. That was close. Somebody in the comment be like, you forgot to have a negative. How? Why? Okay. Alright. So number 6 now. Alright. So yeah. So we actually have more extra practice problem today than examples I did, but it's okay. So make sure you understand it. What's the point? X cubed plus x squared. X squared minus 2x minus 3. Alright, so I just factor the top. Pause the video if you haven't tried it. You have x minus 3, x plus 2, x, then x plus 2, times x squared fast, I got x plus 1, and you have x minus 3, x plus 1, right? Now what? Just cancel whatever what can cancel. This one and this one will cancel. This one and this one will cancel. That one will cancel. This one. Wow. So let's do this quick. See. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, jeez, that was terrible. But the x squared and the x cancel. They have some x. So you have 1 over x left. Alright, no, that's not correct. There's so many x. This will cancel, so just x left. Alright. So, but be careful. We want to restrict that x cannot equal what? 3 and negative 2, 0 and negative 1, right? Yep. It cannot be 0, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. All right. So. So. I got 2 more. This one's more complicated. So let's do this. Number 7, right? X squared plus 2x y plus y squared. X squared minus y squared minus 2x squared minus xy minus y squared. X squared minus xy minus 2y squared. Go ahead, pause the video, try it out. Wow, we're gonna finish super early today. Was that too fast? So if it's too fast, just always start, like, pause the video and go back to factoring. You gotta know how to factor. I mean, I did kind of messed up a few times and I could even go faster, but I try to slow it down a little bit. So I usually factor, if I was doing by myself, I do it super quick, but I just want to show you a little bit slow motion how to do it. Slow motion, what? Okay, but it takes practice. So doing factoring, I think I mentioned that in day 2. How do you factor? You practice, okay? So that's it, that's the key. So how do you do this? You just factor. This is just x. X what? X plus y, right? Times x plus y. Then you have x plus y, x minus y, minus this one. See this one, 2x. Then you have x, then you have minus y, plus y. Right, then you have this one, you have x and y. Right, then you have x and y. So in this case 2. So this would be minus 2 plus 2, right? Let me see. Minus y, no. Minus 2y plus 2. So yep, there it is. Okay, now we simplify. This one will cancel with that one, or this one or that one. Doesn't matter. This one, this one, this one, this one. And then this just have 2x plus y left, and x minus 2y. Right, so in this case we can say x cannot equal negative. Oh, look at this one, be careful. So x cannot equal y, negative y, right? So how did I know that? So x plus y we said equal to 0. It cannot equal 0, so we're just going to say x cannot equal y. Okay? Or y cannot equal negative x as well. So same thing, y cannot equal negative x. Same idea. Then what else? X cannot equal y. Here x cannot equal y, or y cannot equal x, but same thing. So that's it. Did I cancel one more? Yeah, x plus 2y. Did I cancel x plus 2y? X minus 2y. Okay, so x minus 2y. So x minus 2y cannot equal 0. So x cannot equal 2y, right? So y cannot equal negative x cannot equal y, and x cannot equal 2y. There you go. Those are the conditions. So there you go. Wow. Erase, 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 erase. Okay. Let's do 8. 8. X squared plus 7x plus 12. X squared plus 3x plus 2 divided by x squared plus 6x plus 9, x squared plus 5x plus 6. Okay. Okay. So this division, I'm gonna just move this because skip a step. So I'm gonna multiply now. So this will be, then I have to flip this, right? So 5x plus 6, and then what is it? 6x plus 9. If I'm correct. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so now we just see what's division, and I flipped it. Now it's become a multiplication. Now we just got a factor. This one factors x plus 4, x plus 3. This one is x plus 2, x plus 1 times x plus 2, x plus 3. This is just x plus 3, x plus 3. Oh yeah! Now cancel. You have x plus 4, x plus 1. Is that it? So x cannot equal what? Negative 2, negative 1, and negative 3. There you go. And did I cancel 1? I'm supposed to cancel x plus 1? No, I didn't. Why did I do that? I'm not sure. See, that's what happens when you go too fast sometimes. Negative 2 and negative 3. Let's see. Negative 2, negative 3. Okay. Alright, so that's 8. Let's do one more. One more. So 9. So this is the last one. Okay, 2x squared minus 3x minus 2. X squared minus 1. 2x squared plus 5x plus 2, x squared plus x minus 1. Okay. Okay, we have, wow, the time. I thought it was going to end early today, but I guess not. Okay. So, what can I do here? See this right here? This is actually meaning division, so I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna say this is multiplication, but in this case, I'm gonna have to flip this. So this is really division. This is division sign. So in this case, if I wanted to multiply, I gotta take the reciprocal of that, right? So it's just 2x squared plus 5x plus 2. So now I'm just gonna erase this. So, okay, so now we got a factor, so you have 2x, x minus 2 plus 1, you have two cancel squares here, x minus 1, x plus 1, x plus 2, x minus 1, then you have 2x plus 1, x plus 2, right? Now we just gotta simplify, you have boom, 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 boom. This gotta be fun, huh? I don't know, it seems like it's fun. So x cannot equal what? 1. And x cannot equal negative 1/2. And also x cannot equal 2. Negative 2. So there you go. That's it for today's lecture. So we just practically factor, simplify, multiply rational expressions, divide rational expressions. So for problems, I have practice more problems is page 41. So if you want to need more practice, I would strongly recommend it. 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 21, 25. So which book am I using? I'm using this book. I happened to bring it today, and I know in the past few days I haven't brought it, but there it is. It's a Precalculus, 5th edition. It's the, what is this called? James Stewart. I got this at Amazon for $20, so it's not that expensive. So if you want to join me and do some more problems, just feel free to follow this book.